This subject truly is timeless. It is about you. It is about being alive. It is about discovering. It is about feeling. And it is about that joy that exists in the heart of every human being.
Mucho gusto, mi nombre es Giovanna, es un placer conocerle, entrevistarle y bienvenido a Ecuador. Quisiera preguntarle antes que todo, ¿quién es Prem Rawat?
Well, thank you, and I've always, since I've been here, I've felt a very warm welcome. The hearts of Ecuadorian people are very warm. And who is Prem Rawat? Well, that's an interesting question. At a young age, I understood one thing, that I need to be fulfilled from inside, not fulfilling my ideas, because things were not in my control to fulfill my ideas. But I had to feel fulfilled. And that fulfillment occurs from a very deep part inside of me, not outside of me. Fulfilling things on the outside was okay, you know, when the birthday came, or you wanted a toy, or this or that, or have this friend or that friend. But what about the inside? And even in my lunch breaks, I would sit isolated away from everybody and just think, you know, what is the possibility here? What is available here? I mean, can I be fulfilled? Can I have that feeling inside of me? And the answer would always be yes. Yes, you can be fulfilled. And then when that possibility came in my life, to recognize, to be able to turn inside, I took it. I grasped it. Instead of abandoning it, instead of throwing it away, instead of making it insignificant, instead of not recognizing its value. Because for us, a lot of us is like, listen, this is what's important, you know, this is what's happening in your life, this is what's important. But all those things are transitory. They are here today, they change tomorrow. But you are you. I mean, I have pictures of me when I was very young. And one day I was looking at it, and I must be like 3 years old or 2 years old. And I was looking at it and I said, I wonder where that child went. Because he didn't die. But where is he? Where is he, that this little kid that would play, that would do whatever he was doing? Where is he? And I realized that that's me. But it's not me. It's me, but it's not me. And that's the transitions of our life. And we change, and we change, and we change. But there is something still inside of me that was there when I was 2 years old that has not changed. My quest, my want to be fulfilled. And this, the understanding of this, is what's so important. You know, if you're not thirsty, you won't look for water. Mm-hmm. But if you're thirsty, you will. And if you're really thirsty, you'll find it.
Ok, entonces un camino que uno tiene que caminar y algún momento lo encuentra. No hay etapas preestablecidas.
No, just have the thirst. Because your thirst will take you there. The thirst will take you there. And it'll take you there quickly. Mm-hmm. You know, it's not like, will it take 12 years? Will it take 10 years? No. Once you find the thirst, once you find the hunger, It happens.
100. Entonces, yo soy un periodista. Entonces, estas palabras son muy bonitas. Pero yo necesito hechos, cosas para tocar. ¿Por qué, si es tan sencillo, el mundo funciona exactamente al opuesto de lo que usted dice que es tan fácil de hacer?
Okay, I am sure that in your life you have lost something. And you're looking and you're looking and you don't find it, and you're looking and you're looking and you're looking and you look here and you look there. And maybe you even abandon looking. Oh, I lost it. I don't know where it is. I don't know where I put it. Maybe somebody stole it. Maybe something. And you abandon. Then one day, maybe you open a drawer, or you look under the bed, or you are cleaning and you look under a cabinet, and there it is. Now, because you abandoned it, that's why it appeared under the bed? Or was it always under the bed, but you were not looking there? The beauty is there. Are we looking for it? What are we looking at? What are we looking in? We're looking at formulas that other people have tried and failed. And we keep repeating and repeating and repeating and repeating and repeating. But we're not looking at ourselves as the source of joy. We're not looking at ourselves as the fountain of peace. Something else, something else, something else, something else. You know, if this continues, people will never find peace because it's not there. Nobody has made the connection. That's not where peace is. People tried it, didn't work, abandoned it, and next generation comes and tries the same thing. But what about turning inside? What about looking at you? That you are that source. The words that you find beautiful, do not do justice to it. Do not do justice. Because that feeling is far more profound than any words could ever express. It is the sweet candy in the mouth of a 2-year-old. And you know, you give a candy to a 2-year-old, does not want to talk, does not want to do anything, just wants to enjoy and enjoy and enjoy. But you have to look in the right place, then you will find it. You look in the wrong place, you'll never find it.
Pero ¿cómo hacer para que esta búsqueda personal se transforme en algo social? O sea, ¿cómo? Usted siempre habla de human beings, del ser humano. ¿Cómo este ser humano puede ser un buen ciudadano para que las cosas cambien a nivel de la sociedad?
You see, things that we are very interested in are manifestations of peace. When people are in peace, then people don't fight. There's no reason to fight. They can talk. They can come to other conclusions in other ways. Because peace is important. So we are so enamored by the manifestations of peace that we look at that. But trying to create manifestations of peace without peace is impossible. So people are interested in ending the wars. But nobody is interested in first bringing the peace. They think ending the war is peace. No, 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 no. First you get the seed, then you plant the seed, then you will have a tree, then that tree will give the mango, then you can eat the mango, and then you can go, that is good. That works. But going, well, I want a mango, but I don't have a seed, I don't have a tree, I don't have a fruit, I don't have anything, but I want a mango. Well, how's that going to happen? It's not possible. And that is exactly at the core of it, because I am always asked, how can we end this? What about this problem? How can we end this problem? And I say, look, you can't. You can't. Because if peace isn't there, and you're trying to create manifestations of peace without the peace, it's going to be a very difficult situation.
Por eso, entonces, Prem Rawat Foundation, su fundación, le apuesta a la educación por la paz, a cualquier edad. Usted decía que los jóvenes son importantes, pero también los viejos, los recién nacidos y los que están a punto de morir son importantes. La educación es la clave, sigue siendo la clave, porque la educación sabemos el poder que tiene.
Yes, and everybody should get involved. Everybody, not just isolated group. If you're poor, sure, absolutely. If you're rich, absolutely. If you're young, absolutely. If you're old, absolutely. Everybody needs to be a part of it, because otherwise the manifestations of peace is going to be a failure. And it has been all this time, because, people start wars, and then for 2 years there's peace, and then it starts up again. And then for 3 years there's peace, and it starts up again. And why? Because there's no peace.
Ahora, ¿cómo hacer que en los gobiernos que están a cargo del bienestar de los ciudadanos, que son seres humanos, tengan esas herramientas para que puedan ayudar a ser mejores seres humanos? ¿O usted piensa que es una cuestión exclusivamente personal de cada uno, que no tiene nada que ver con el gobierno o con los estados?
Okay, well, if governments could bring us peace, they would have a long time ago.
Okay.
So, why can't we learn? Why can't we learn that if we want peace, we have to work on it? Governments are there, and governments have, in my opinion, and this is just strictly my opinion, their role is to make sure we have shelter. Their role is to make sure we have prosperity. Their role is to make sure we have food, we have the infrastructure, and so that we can live in the style that we want to, that we have the possibility of physical, external growth. So if our peace is concerned, they're not equipped for that. But you are. Each one of us is. And so I really think it's unfair to completely say to the governments, well, you are responsible. In our society today, we make government responsible for too many things. Too many things. And they don't work when we make government responsible for those things. It's really important that every citizen look at themselves as a human being that has this time on the face of this earth and bear the responsibility for it.
Pero uno podría decir que entonces esto es un himno al egoísmo. ¿Cuál es la diferencia entre buscar la paz interior y hacer que las cosas funcionen desde uno mismo de el egoísmo?
Selfishness is when I do something that is at the cost of somebody else. That's selfish. If I drink water because I am thirsty, that's not selfish. I need water. If there is another person who has water and he is thirsty and I steal his water, that is selfish. I can ask to share. I can ask him, can I also have a sip? But to snatch it away from him, that's selfish. To realize one's own self is not selfish, because what is already there is being recognized. It's not being created, and it's not being done. If I realize myself, that doesn't mean that you won't be able to realize yourself. That's not true. You are you, I am me. I can realize myself, you can realize yourself. And there is no conflict. And that's why it's not selfish. It is, in fact, to be a person who is whole. You know, it's so amazing. When there is a person who's happy, who is clear, they are a pleasure to be with. I mean, they just are. You know, you want to be with them. You like it. You like their company. But if there is somebody who's always angry, always sad, always mad, people I usually see avoid them. It's like, oh, no, no, no. When you are lit, you're giving light. You're giving light. And if you walk into a dark room, and there are 50 people in that room, and they don't have candles, but you do, all of them will benefit. All of them will benefit because you will bring the light into the room. It's not like you can say, oh, no, no, this is my light only. But when you bring it in, the darkness will be gone and all 50 people will benefit.
Usted trabaja, la Fundación Prem Rawat trabaja aquí en Ecuador y ha trabajado con personas, con jóvenes que vienen de pandillas juveniles. Ayer escuchábamos un testimonio de un chico que decía, he tocado el fondo de lo que puede ser la vida de un ser humano, pero he descubierto la luz. Lo que tú decías refiriéndose a usted me sirvió a mí. ¿Cuál es la clave ahí? ¿Cuál es el estilo? ¿Qué se enseña en estas escuelas de paz?
Well, it's very simple. He, over the period of years, as we all do, had put on a mask. And wherever he looked at himself, whenever he looked at himself, he didn't see himself, he saw the mask. This is who I am. And that mask was suffocating. And I, through very simple words, encourage people to look within. In this process, he took off the mask. He took it off. I didn't take it off. So the credit should not go to me. It really should go to him. He took off the mask.
Pero entonces puede haber personas que no se quitan la máscara.
Yeah, and maybe I can help, but still, ultimately, they have to take off the mask. And when they take off the mask, one, they can breathe again, not suffocate, and actually see the beauty that they have. Because the mask was put on thinking they're not beautiful. And these ideas come from the outside. I need to be this way, I need to be this way, I need to be rough, I need to be tough, I need to look intelligent, I need to look intellectual, I need to look rich. You know, I see this all the time. I arrive somewhere and maybe there is a little welcoming committee and people are waiting for me, but they're not waiting for me. Sometimes they're waiting for a tie and suit. And I show up casually. And it's happened to me. They have actually told me, move. A very important person is coming. Move. So I know what they're looking for. I walk into some place, if I'm dressed really well, sir. If I'm dressed casually, hello. if you're lucky. The society only looks at the superficial. Because when we can start looking at ourselves, then when we look at another person, we can also realize we don't have to look at the mask. That there's a person here. A beautiful person. Because there, in their heart, there is a candle that is lit. And appreciate, I share this earth with you. With you. I share this earth. We are together. You know, people are like, are there aliens? Are there aliens? They have looked for millions of light years away. And they think there might be life. I mean, we're not talking about walking, talking people. There might be little bugs, there might be little things, maybe there might be. So much maybe. You want life? Let me give you an address. Earth. There is life here. And it's prolific and it's beautiful. I mean, why do we go around destroying everything that is beautiful sometimes? Because we don't see our own beauty. How can one human being kill another person? That is so anti-life, so incredibly anti-life. You know, but we do. Because we don't see it in us, then we don't see it in another person. We see causes, we see ideas, we see thoughts, we see theories, we see all of these other things, but we don't see the human being. And it's so important to see the reality, not the other stuff. The other stuff is okay if you understand its context. What's important is important. You know, if I run out of gas in a car, I'm in trouble. It's not going to go anywhere. If the radio stops working, I won't have entertainment till it's working again. But at least I can keep going. What's important is important. And importance of that self-realization, understanding of who you are, is more important than the realization of everything else that we are caught up in.
Thank you very much. Muchas gracias.
Thank you.